Welcome to Catholic News World.
Welcome to Catholic News World. Please subscribe to our channel. My name is Steph. Here are this week's breaking news headlines.
Sadly, another priest has been kidnapped, but seminary rector Father Thomas Oyode has been freed in Nigeria, Africa. Father Emmanuel Azubuike is the latest priest to be kidnapped in Imo State, southern Nigeria. Father Emmanuel works in the parish of St. Theresa, Obolo, Isialambano, in the southern state of Imo, was kidnapped on November 5th while he was returning to his parish. According to the Diocese of Okigwe, Father Azubuike was ordained a priest on September 27, 2014. However, some good news is that the rector of the minor seminary, Father Thomas Oyode, who gave his life in place of 2 seminarians, has been released safely from his kidnappers. He was kidnapped for 10 days by the extremist group Ajene Gabod in the state of Edo in southern Nigeria. Father Thomas Oyode, kidnapped on October 27th, is free and is in good health. This was reported by sources from the Diocese of Ochi. Currently, Father Thomas is in hospital for examinations under observation, they confirmed. Father Thomas had offered himself as a hostage in exchange for 2 seminarians who had initially been captured by the attackers of the seminary. By a happy coincidence, Father Thomas Oyode celebrated his 9th anniversary as a priest on November 7th. The kidnapping of priests and religious has sadly become common in Nigeria as a means of extorting money from the church. A Catholic priest is fighting for his life after being attacked after Holy Mass in his rectory in Poland. Father Lech Lachowicz is fighting for his life in hospital. The priest was brutally beaten by a 27-year-old on Sunday, November 3rd. He is in critical condition. The attack occurred after the priest celebrated the Sunday evening Holy Mass. A brutal attack on the parish priest at the rectory of St. Brother Albert's Parish in Szczytno took place on Sunday evening. The attack was reported to the police. The 72-year-old parish priest was beaten very badly with a metal axe and was taken to hospital with serious injuries. His condition is serious, said Emilia Pławska, a press officer for the police in Szczytno on Monday morning. Police have arrested a 27-year-old man. The case was first reported by Tygodnik Szczytno. The newspaper reports that the housekeeper allegedly used pepper spray on the perpetrator, which the police have not confirmed at this time. The Archdiocese of Warmia asks for prayers for the priest. A Catholic nun was killed resulting from a volcanic eruption. On November 4th, a volcano erupted in Indonesia's Flores Island. Large boulders sprang from the Liwatobi Laki-Laki volcano and hit buildings up to 6 kilometers away. 10 people were killed, including a nun, Sister Nicolin Pajo, a missionary servant of the Holy Spirit. Even at the minor seminary in Hokeng, roofs were destroyed and structures burned, injuring 14 people. Caritas Indonesia is coordinating aid with the dioceses of Larantuka and Maumere. Around midnight, the clear sky above the Liwatobi Laki-Laki volcano turned red. At 1,703 meters high, located on the island of Flores in eastern Indonesia, it erupted at 11:59 p.m. local time. There was no alarm, and at least 10 victims were hit by large, fiery lapilli in their homes as they slept. Among them was Sister Nicolin Pajo, who was also caught in her sleep. A huge flaming boulder fell into her room, and the entire convent house and adjacent structures immediately caught fire and were destroyed. This is not the first time the volcano has erupted. Sister Herdiana, a sister of the deceased nun, spoke to Asia News, confirming the tragedy and explained that all the other nuns are seeking refuge elsewhere in the Regency of Eastern Flores. The National Disaster Management Agency has ordered the evacuation of the entire area within a 7 kilometers radius of the volcano. Residents are moving to villages 20 kilometers away. The local government has declared a state of emergency for 58 days to allow the central government to provide aid to the approximately 10,000 affected residents. The authorities are still collecting data on the number of displaced people. The day after the eruption revealed that an entire family also died as a result of the eruption. All the inhabitants of our complex have fled to safer places with only the clothes they are wearing and without anything to take with them, said a nun, urging emergency humanitarian aid to help the victims. The last eruption had occurred in 2023, but this eruption caused an unprecedented disaster. The San Domingo Minor Seminary has 232 seminarians, 42 employees and teachers, and 12 priests. All were given shelter in the Luolaga Peruch Church, run by the Missionaries of the Holy Family. The Reuters news agency points out that Indonesia is located on the Pacific Fire Belt, an area of high seismic activity located above many tectonic plates. Please pray for the repose of the souls of the victims. A missing priest was found dead and his body dismembered. Authorities are investigating. Father Enrique Fabian Arcos Sevilla from the Diocese of Ambato, Ecuador, in South America, was found dead. After 4 days of searching, the Attorney General of Ecuador reported the discovery of the lifeless priest Enrique Fabian Arcos Sevilla at the age of 53 years. His body was found, dismembered, in a dumpster in the Panzaleo sector on the outskirts of the city of Ambato. The priest was reported missing on October 30th, 2024 in Ambato. The last known location of the priest was in the Cristobal Colon Citadel, behind an educational unit, on Wednesday, October 30th, 2024. The priest was in a red Kia vehicle, which was burned. After 4 days of searching, they found the lifeless body that apparently had signs of violence and his hands were tied. A friend, an impeccable priest, is how Father Fabricio Davila, spokesman for the Diocese of Ambato, referred to the 53-year-old religious man. Father Davila said that Father Enrique had a physical disability, for which reason he was not in charge of any ecclesiastical parish. But he offered his collaboration in the religious celebrations that took place in the parish of San Roque de Huachichico in the south of Ambato. Ana Belén, the priest's niece, said, "My uncle has always been a good person to everyone. He has dedicated his entire life to religious service. He is part of a very close-knit and deeply religious family." The Archdiocese of Quito mourned the loss of the priest through a statement saying that it is with great sadness that we announce the death of Father Enrique Fabian Arcos Sevilla. The Archbishopric said that in these moments of pain and hope for the resurrection, we join in the pain of his family, his bishop, the clergy, and the entire Diocese of Ambato. Finally, they asked for a prayer for the eternal rest of the priest's soul. On November 4th, the director of the Holy See Press Office, Matteo Bruni, announced, Pope Francis has announced that he has included among the names of the new cardinals who will be created during the next consistory on December 7th, His Excellency Domenico Battaglia, Archbishop of Naples. Archbishop Domenico Battaglia of Naples, who has led the Archdiocese since December 2020, Don Mimo, as he is known, joins the list of cardinals who will be created on December 7th. The number of new cardinals thus returns to 21, following the request not to be made a cardinal by Bishop Syukur of Indonesia. Archbishop Domenico Battaglia was born in Calabria and Archbishop of Naples, Italy. Since 2020, he is well known for his outreach assisting those in need. The number of new cardinals dropped following the request not to be made a cardinal by Bispo Pascalis Bruno Syukur of Bogor, Indonesia, on October 22nd, who expressed his wish to continue his personal growth in service to the Church and the people of God, stemming from a desire to further deepen his priestly life. Don Mimo, as Archbishop, plays a prominent pastoral role in southern Italy, with a background as a street priest committed in particular to young people and those struggling with drug addiction. The Pope also called him to be among the members of the 2 sessions of the Synod on Synodality. In the upcoming consistory, the 10th of Pope Francis, only one of the future cardinals is a non-elector, former Nuncio Archbishop Acerbi. With the addition of Archbishop Battaglia, 11 are European, of whom 5 are Italian. 6 are from the Americas, including 5 South Americans, 3 are Asian, and 1 is African. As of December 7th, the College of Cardinals will therefore consist of 256 members, of whom 141 are electors and 115 are non-electors.
Watch our program every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to Catholic News World's channel. God bless.